Hello and welcome everyone. Once again, this is Sunil from 3D Architects, and in this video, I'm going to explain how we can go ahead and add DLSS on the number pad so that it can be changed in game with the help of keyboards. So the idea is not everyone will have 40 series graphic card and 50 series graphic card, but despite not everyone having 40 or 50 series graphic card, we can go ahead and add DLSS FG frame generation and put it on keyboard so it becomes optional. And same for the DLSS. Some of the user may be having a graphic card where ultra performance will be more than enough, or someone wants to use performance or balance and quality. So it's not better to just go ahead and enable DLSS and then add frame generation and then leave it as it is. That is not the efficient way. What I believe is we should keep it on keyboard, and so that by default ultra performance is activated when someone opens the exe on any graphic card and on RTX series, and he can just go ahead and swap between the DLSS quality. And if someone is having 40 or 50 series, then they can just optionally switch or frame generation, and if someone doesn't have, no problem, he can use the DLSS. So it will be like fusion, DLSS and frame generation fused in the same exe, put it on keyboard, and then it becomes very flexible. So user can switch between DLSS modes, can switch on frame generation if someone is having 40 series or 50 series graphic card. So it becomes very flexible. So point is, we will enable DLSS and then we'll put keyboard shortcuts, and we will add the DLSS presets on keyboard shortcuts. So anyone can change between any DLSS mode and switch on frame generation, switch it off if needed. So you first will have to go ahead and watch this video or how to use DLSS, then watch this video how to use frame generation, and this part of the video is after that. So after that, so first, let's go ahead and check our plugin. So I'll go in rendering, and as I can see, DLSS frame generation and DLSS super resolution both are on, along with image scaling and movie render queue DLSS and DLSS support. So what we'll do is we'll go to our level blueprint, and if you go here, you see here event begin play. I have given sequence, and in on sequence, it's enable DLSS SR, enable DLSS RR, and then ultra performance. So out of the box, if someone is having RTX 20 series, any graphic card, DLSS will kick in and then ultra performance. So that at the start of the project, someone has the maximum performance with maximum quality, because ultra performance has become so well in for DLSS 4.5 that it can do wonders. It's amazing. Plus on the sequence only, I have added this ambient occlusion, dynamic ambient occlusion command here. Along with, you will go here on the post process volume, and in the rendering feature you will go to ambient occlusion, and this is my setting. So intensity, I switch it on and keep it to 0.5, and radius I keep it to 3 centimeters. This is what I like, but someone can put 5, 10 or 200. But for an Archviz scene where interior is there along with also in exterior, I like it keeping it at 3 centimeters. Okay. So as you can see here, I have given the ambient occlusion. These are the two codes. Maybe I will put these two codes on the description of the video. But if you are using this, you will have to make sure that in the project settings, you will have to come down, and in rendering, you will have to go here and then make sure your allow static lighting is switched off. So allow static lighting switch off. Then on the level blueprint, these two commands added, which I will be providing in the description. Plus in the post process volume, you will have to go ahead and keep the ambient occlusion to 0.5, and then radius, switch this both on, and then keep these values for especially for getting better quality ambient occlusion, especially in interior. Since I have already given this on, so I told you about that. For this command, maybe in next video I will be explaining what this does and how you can take leverage of it. It is related to path tracing. So after that, if you go here, I have given one. So like how you can give is like right click, press escape and then enable it and then select this and then go here, click on this and then press 1 and then it will be changed. And then after that copy and then paste and then again go here, click on this and press 2 and again copy here and then paste here. So this is the way I have done all this. So this is 1 and this is on 2 and this is on 3 and this is on 4. So let me explain what I have done here. So I have already explained this too on the event begin play. On 1, okay, I have given multi-gate and on the first node I am changing it to 4K. That is R dot set rate 3840 into 2160 full screen and I have painted screen to 4K resolution. And on multi-gate it's on node 1. I'm giving it as 2K resolution. The command is same, just the resolution is changed to 2560 into 1440 full screen and here 1K. Because why I'm putting this? Because by default when you switch on the EXE, frame generation cannot be activated. It's very hard for you to activate frame generation. But if you change the resolution manually to 4K, 2K or 1K, after that your frame generation starts working and kicks in. So this is why when EXE starts, I will either keep it on 4K, manually I will press 1, change it to 4K, 2K or 1K. And after I have switched it manually resolution, like I have switched the resolution manually, I can now go ahead and use DLSS. Like DLSS will work in any situation, but frame generation will not work. So but this is basically for like frame generation. This is basically for frame generation. Now I will go here on 2. I just copied this and I did what I just explained. And then here also multi-gate. On the multi-gate, I have enabled DLSS SR and enabled DLSS RR, which I have copied through all the nodes again. And then here DLSS DLA mode no auto, I have kept it at performance. So if someone clicks on 2, it is by default already it is applied here DLSS ultra performance and here also it will be applied DLSS ultra performance. Not a big problem. After that same thing, just this one changed to performance, then same thing, this one changed to balance, then changed to quality and then ultra quality DLLA and then off. So you can cycle between. So the game will start with DLSS ultra performance, but on click of a button on that is 2, you can swap between performance, balanced, quality, ultra quality, DLLA, and DLLA works amazing in especially in 4.5. So here I have enabled DLLA. You need to be sure here. But here everywhere else I have switched off. So this is going to be switched off, and then off. So this is on the 2 button, changing the DLSS modes from ultra performance until DLLA and then switching it off. Here on keyboard 3, I just did what I explained earlier. So here also multi-gate with loop on. So pay attention that everywhere I am keeping loop on. So loop should be on here. So loop here on, and here we don't need loop. So on multi-gate I am switching it loop because when it goes through 1, 2, 3 and then if it's loop, then it will just come back to 1, 2, 3 and then it will keep looping. You can go ahead and do that. So I have kept loop on everything. You can also keep random if you like, but I don't think it is required here. So here on the 3 button, it's multi-gate again with loop, and then on node 1, it's DLSS FG 2x. So I have shown in the last videos. I will just show it again, DLSS FG, and then you will have to get this node where you have the off auto 2x 4x. So what I did is I changed this to 2x. So someone press the 3 for the first time, he will enable DLSS 2x. So this is optional. So by default, when someone start the exe, it will not be there because he might be using RTX 20 or 30 series. But if he knows that he is using 40 series, he can just click 3 button and DLSS 2x will be enabled, and then he clicks 3 button again, then 3x, then 3 button again, then it will become 4x and then 3 again, then it will switch off. So DLSS will be switched off. And on 4, I have given multi-gate again with loop, and here I have put 2 commands, stat unit, stat FPS. Here stat unit, stat FPS. So for the first time you press 4, this will show up a stat unit and FPS. You again, and you click it again, it will switch it off. So it's optional. You can see and you cannot see. So you can go ahead and switch it off and on off optionally if you want. So let's revise again. Here on the sequence, I have given to enable DLSS and then ambient occlusion with what I showed you earlier. Then on one, you can switch on the resolution, like switch from 4K, 2K, 1K. So because frame generation to work, you need to change your resolution once and then only frame generation work. This is what happens on my PC. Maybe if it automatically works on your PC, just go ahead and press 3 to switch on the frame generation. If it does, if it's not activated, then go ahead and use this one to change the resolution, and then your frame generation will start kicking in. Also, you have to make sure that this Alt Z or Alt I here, and then statistics. So statistics heads of display should be on and properly configured for frame rates. Here you can go and option is like put it wherever you want to see, and then it should be switched on with the help. And the shortcut is Alt R. So if you press Alt R, then your statistics will be on. And then to bring this setup, you have to press Alt Z or Alt I for me in this case, so that you see it here. So because whatever statistics you will be seeing on in screen here, green one, that is not actual frame generation reflecting. So you need to be having frame generation information from this heads up display available on the NVIDIA app overlay. So this is basically for like DLSS is enabled and there, and by default ultra performance in 4.5, which is amazing, is activated, giving you maximum quality with maximum performance. And then if depending on your use case, depending on your hardware and graphic card, you can go ahead and enable frame generation or change between DLSS modes in real time with the help of keyboard shortcuts, which makes using DLSS much more efficient because being optional just on keyboard 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I hope this video helps you out how to use DLSS and use the keyboard shortcuts in game to change between different modes of DLSS and frame generation. See you all in the next video. Till then, have a great time.